Hi. In the next two videos, I'm going to show you how to play a solo for Old Joe Clark. In this video, I'm going to do the A section, and then in the second video, I'll show you how to do the B section. So let's look at the A section, and I'm going to play it first. So I'll play that again at the end of the video. I'll play it a little slower, but I'm going to get an idea of how it sounds here. So one of the things that's really nice about this version of Old Joe Clark is that I'm demonstrating three left-handed techniques. They're often called ornaments, and other kinds of music called slurs. And what's going on here is that you're going to start playing some notes with your left hand. And so there's three main ones. And so the first one is called a hammer-on, and I'm going to use ones that we're going to use in Old Joe Clark. So put your first finger on the second fret, second string, and then your third finger is going to play right below it on the second string, like this. So you're going to hammer down on this to make that note. And again, you're playing first note with your right hand, second note with your left hand, okay? Yeah, like my cat can do that too, see? So the second one is a slide, and it's the same thing. So we start with here, and we're going to slide. So that's an ornament slide. Again, you start with your right hand, and then you're going to slide down. And then the third one is a pull-off. So again, put your third finger on the third fret of the third string, put your index finger right behind it on the second fret, and we're going to pull off to make that sound. So we have a hammer, a slide, and a pull off. Now, of the three, the pull off is kind of the hardest. So the one I just showed you is one that's used all the time in bluegrass. You go from the third to the second fret on the third string. The trick is make sure both fingers are down when you try to do this. Don't try to just play the third with your middle finger and then try to hope to get your index finger in there. Put them both down at the same time. It makes your hand a lot more stable. It's easier to play. Some people push off with their left hand. They don't, they do it this way. They flick up. I always pull down because I just think it's stronger, and it's the way I learned it. The other thing is I can rest this finger that pulls off on the second string. I'm actually resting this third finger on the second string for just a moment, and again, it's more stable. Okay. So those three ornaments will be used in this A section of Old Joe Clark. So let's look at Old Joe Clark, the A section. The first thing I want to say one thing about ornaments. They can be played slow or they can be played quickly. So when you play them slow, they just fit into the normal pattern notes. But when you play them fast, they speed up. They take two notes take the place of one. So one of those is fast, one of them is slow. So here's slow. So that was on the pull-off, on the hammer-on. It can be done on the pull-off too. That's quick. Same with slide. So most of the time when you're playing the ornaments, they're taking their double time. They're 16th notes instead of an eighth. If you understand the difference between a 16th and an eighth, that's what's going on. So let's look at the A section. One of the things that's nice about this tune, a lot of bluegrass tunes, is there's a lot of repetition. And that makes the tunes a little easier to learn, and they also make them easier to remember. So this one phrase is going to be repeated 3 times in the A section. That's going to be repeated 3 times. So let's look how to play it. So again, this is hammer. I'm going to follow up by playing the open first string with my ring finger, thumb on the 5th string. Then I'm going to put index finger on the 2nd string, put my index finger down left hand on the 2nd fret 1st string. So, and then back to the 5th string, and then I'm going to put this finger down on the 3rd fret 1st string. And then I'm going to pull it off. And again, remember when you're doing a pull off, you want to keep both fingers down. Well, just keep the index finger down. You just played it. And then when you put the 3rd finger down on the 3rd fret, you got both fingers down, and you can make a nice clean pull off. So let's play that phrase again. So that phrase is going to be repeated 3 times. Now, what finishes the phrase each time? Well, the first time is with this 3-2 pull off. 3, middle, index, thumb, pull off. And after the pull off, you're going to play open 4th string with your 3rd finger. So play that first repeating phrase. And then I ended it with that pull off. When you play that the second time, you have a different ending. Just a little filler there. So that's going to be on your open 1st string with the middle finger. The hammer, just like at the beginning, little cookie one. Back to the 5th fret, 5th string. And then back to the 1st string. Da, 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 da. Then we're going to repeat that phrase again the 3rd time. And it's just exactly the way we played it the first time. So you can see that phrase repeats 3 times, that one phrase. The 1st and 3rd time is exactly the same. 2nd time is just a little bit different. You have a little pinch, and then we're going to have a slide. And what I just showed you before. So it's the open B string with the index finger, thumb on the 5th string, open 1st string with the 3rd finger on the right hand. Then a little pull off, but now this pull off is just an open string, so you don't have to put 2 fingers down. Just do it like this. Just pull it down. Again, the open D string, the 1st string, right here. And then I'm putting down my ring finger on my left hand on the 4th fret 1st string, 4th string. Now remember that ending, because that's the same ending for the B part. So again, there's lots of repetition. So you learned the A part, you learned a lot of the song already. So let's play it really slow, and then you can practice it. So have fun with that, and when you get that done, you can go to the next video and do the B section.